Hey everyone, today I want to go back and talk about responsive view again, and this time we're going to show you how to implement it using C# markup instead of XAML. Now, in case you didn't know, using Uno platform, you can build your UI using either XAML or C# as your markup language for your UI. So we're going to go ahead and jump into how to use responsive view from the toolkit using C# markup. So let's jump over to the code. And so the first thing that you're going to want to do, you may remember from last video, we set everything up. We set the toolkit up using the XAML version for our responsive view control. This would be the setup that you need to use for the C# markup version of your app to get toolkit up and running. So within your app resources, you could look here, and we have within the constructor, we have this nice helper method called use toolkit that'll bootstrap all the resources you need available within the toolkit to get you up and running. And so that's it. So if we jump to our main page, you'll see we have C# for our UI instead of XAML, and you'll see what it looks like here with our responsive view. So within our main page, we have a responsive view that we're placing as the content, and we're defining each one of our templates for our narrow, for our normal, for our wide, for our widest, and we've extracted some of this UI code out into a nice builder method here called build content that is just building this grid and setting the proper color and the proper title of the text block, depending on which template that we're in for our responsive view. So if we were going to go ahead and run this, we would get this nice application that is going to look like the one that we did in our previous video for responsive view that changes colors and changes text as we change the size of the window itself. And let's get this running. And so here is our application loading up, and we're in our narrow state. And as I, resize, we see the same behavior that we saw before with this application. And we can do some fun stuff. So if we want to beef up this UI a little bit, we could switch branches over here to my other example branch. Sure. And you'll see that nothing so much changed so far in the constructor from the main page, but we have a bigger build content method here where we have defined some rows for our grid, and we've inserted an image, and we actually have a rotate transform on that image. And we're passing in this new rotation parameter that's coming here from our build content. And if we were to look back over to where we're defining each one of our templates for our breakpoints for our widths of our window, we're passing in a different value for that rotation. And so if we were to run this version of the application, we'll make sure this is back in narrow. We'll get this loaded up again, and we'll see this beautiful face on the screen. And as we resize, you'll see it moving around. And so basically we have what we had from last version, but now using C#, and this is how you use C# markup with the responsive view. So go ahead, build something cool with it. Let us know what you build with it. We're super excited to see, and hope you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one.